Today we are talking about our adductors, which are our inner thigh muscles that run from here all the way up to here, and ways to release them. So I found a new way to help release them. They're kind of a tough muscle to get into, and I was sharing with everybody today that it's a little bit personal too, so massage therapists don't necessarily like to get up in here. So the foam roller is one way to do it. However, today I'm going to show you a way that I like and invented personally this weekend using the yoga block. So keep in mind that if this is too intense, it's higher, it's firmer, that the foam roller might be a better option for you. So it's softer, and with it being lower, you're not putting as much pressure into it. Okay, and I definitely like the soft foam rollers for that. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to put the foam roller away, and I'm going to show you with the yoga block how to do this, because we want a little bit of downward gravity type pressure. So if you take your thigh bone and kind of divide it into thirds, so this being the highest part, this being the lowest part, and this being right in the middle, we're going to hit those three sections at least. So I'm going to start on my knee, my inside of my knee. So if you take your finger just right above your, or right at your kneecap, and move it down towards the inner thigh, and just give yourself that little bit of space there, like that 1 or 2 inches there. I'm going to let that rest right on the corner of the foam roller. And if you can let your foot be kind of heavy and let it drop down, you might feel that. Now I'm going to move that back a little bit because I want the front corner to be on that so I can get a little bit better angle. Oh yeah, now I'm feeling it because I want my ankle to go down a little bit more. Wasn't quite getting it there, so a little tweak. Okay, so right now I feel a push right here into that adductor muscle, and I feel it even all the way up here to my groin area because that adductor magnus actually inserts all the way up here. So I'm just letting gravity do its thing. I'm letting my ankle be really heavy. And then after I've kind of let that tissue settle in a little bit, I'm going to start to create some movement by knee going up, or ankle goes up, and then ankle goes down. So what I'm doing here is I'm internally rotating my femur and externally rotating my femur. Or you can just again think of it as ankle up, ankle down, or knee up, knee down. And do that slow. Keep that pressure on there if you can. And try to relax your back. And you might play a little bit with kind of tilting your pelvis as well. The other thing that you can do is kick your ankle forward and then pull it back. So you're taking that heel, kicking it forward, and then bringing it back. And again, you don't want to hold this foot up. You want to let it be heavy and allow pressure to sink into that block there. Ooh, I'm feeling this. Whew. Okay, so now let's try another section. So let's go up to that middle section. So you can either move the block back or just move your body forward. I'm going to take that middle section and just let my thigh sink into it. And I, on this one, feel a release all the way up here in my hip because I'm changing the way that the hip right now is laying in the socket because I'm giving some external or inner thigh push out motion there. And then I'm going to start to create some movement. I'm going to go with the kick first on this one. And you may notice how my kneecap is pointing up a little bit. That's okay. It's just the way that the thigh and the block are meeting. Because I'm going to change that here in a second as I go knee down and knee up. So I'm getting that rotation. Now I just caught myself when I brought that knee up, kind of lifting the weight off of that leg. So as much as you can, sink into it. Obviously, if it's too much, too intense, you can hold some of that weight up in your leg, not allowing it to sink into the block as much. And then gradually, you might be able to get there as you keep moving it. You might be able to sink into it a little bit more. And just kind of explore. You may have to move the block around a little bit. You may have to take some angles at it. Or you may have to just see which movement gives you more sensation here. pretty much everything on this left thigh does for me. Okay, we're going to work that last little quarter, so taking that block up and trying to get it as close into that groin as you can, and just like tossing this leg over. And oh my gosh, I'm creating some space back here in that glute. Really feeling it. Here comes trouble. Nala. And then you can kick this leg forward. Dragging the floor a little bit. Oh, feeling that openness in the back. This is good. This is good. As I was telling my class today, remember your adductors also create a pull on your pelvic floor. They weave in together with the fascia. And so by releasing your adductors, we can help release that pelvic floor if it's super tight. And then we're going to knee up, knee down, ankle up, ankle down. But that being said, keep in mind that if you do this for too long or too many times in a week, too excessively, that can also affect that pelvic floor. And I was telling my class today, I had a little bit of like cramping feeling last night when I laid down in bed. And I mean, I almost feel like menstrual cramps. So I may have overdone this just a little bit. So when you do this, you know, just a few passes in each of those 3 spaces, and then just let it be. You don't need to do it all day, okay? All right, so that's it for my left side, and now I'm gonna roll over and do my right side. But you guys get the gist of it, right? Divide that quad thigh bone in thirds and work the top inside, middle inside, and well, I guess this would be the bottom and this would be the top. But you got it, right? Go for it.